In the peaceful silence of the night, a heart rose in prayer before the Lord. It was a moment of deep connection with the divine, a search for wisdom and joy that could only be found in His presence. The faithful sought light in the pages of the Holy Scriptures to illuminate their path, crying out for divine guidance in the darkest moments of the journey. With sincere devotion, he recognized God's sovereignty and pleaded for each step taken to be guided by heavenly designs. Amidst the words spoken with fervor, the desires of a heart that yearned for the understanding of divine mysteries, for the peace that only God's truth could grant, echoed. It was a cry for strength in moments of weakness, for comfort in moments of anguish, for wisdom to discern the path to follow. The supplicant's voice resonated with faith and trust, placing all concerns and desires in the hands of the Almighty. He knew that by seeking the presence of God, he would find refreshment for his soul and true joy capable of transcending any circumstance. Thus, in the stillness of the night, between sighs and prayers, the soul of the faithful opened to receive the heavenly blessing. It was a sacred moment of communion with the Creator, where hope was renewed and faith was strengthened, as he knew that, in God, he would find everything he needed to move forward. In a moment of stillness and reflection, I lifted my heart before the Lord, recognizing His grandeur and the immensity of His words. Let me share with you a special moment when I found myself immersed in deep reflection on the joy found in connecting with the Holy Scriptures. As my eyes roamed the pages of the Bible, I realized that each word was like a source of light that flooded my soul. It was as if a gentle breeze brought with it a feeling of peace and contentment, filling the deepest recesses of my being. I found myself enveloped by a genuine and indescribable joy, which could only be the result of communion with the divine. This joy was not ephemeral, but rather an inexhaustible source of strength and sustenance, especially in the darkest moments of my journey. In the midst of life's adversities, I found comfort and hope in the promises contained in the Holy Scriptures. Each verse was like a ray of light piercing the darkness, illuminating the path before me and renewing my faith in God's providential care. It was then that I truly understood the meaning of having one's path guided by God. It wasn't just about following a set of guidelines. It was about allowing Him to be the pilot of my journey, leading me with love and wisdom through life's challenges. With each step I took toward His will, I felt closer to Him and safer in His hands. So, in this moment of deep communion with the divine, I raised my voice in prayer, giving thanks for each page of the Bible that opened before me, for each divine revelation that illuminated my understanding, and for each moment in which I felt His presence by my side. May the joy found in the Holy Scriptures continue to guide my steps and strengthen my spirit in every moment of my journey. On a serene night, surrounded by stillness, I found myself before the Lord in deep reflection. I contemplated the importance of being guided by the paths laid out by God, recognizing that in His guidance lies our true security and fulfillment. In this moment of introspection, I sought to understand how to discern and follow divine plans in our lives. I realized that, for this, an open heart and a mind receptive to the voice of the Almighty were necessary. Through prayer and meditation on the Scriptures, we find the light that illuminates our path, revealing divine purposes and guiding us in each step we take. It was then that, as I reflected on the importance of these truths in my own life, I realized how they were intertwined with the essence of family. Family ties, so precious and fundamental in our lives, are also shaped and strengthened by the paths traced by God. It is He who teaches us to love, to forgive, to be patient, and to cultivate harmony within our homes. Each family member, like a unique piece of a divine puzzle, is guided by the Lord in His infinite wisdom. Through love and solidarity, we build an environment of peace and unity where God's blessings flow abundantly. And it is in the practice of divine teachings that we find true happiness and fulfillment in our family relationships. In a moment of deep reflection, I raised my voice to the Lord in search of guidance and wisdom to strengthen family ties and build an environment of peace and harmony within our homes. I recognize the importance of living according to God's statutes, following His commandments as the foundation for a full and happy life. While contemplating strategies to strengthen family bonds through love and solidarity, I realized that the basis of everything was the example left by God in His words. He teaches us to love unconditionally, to forgive generously, and to reach out in solidarity with one another. These values, when practiced within the family, strengthen bonds of affection and union, creating a welcoming environment where everyone feels loved and valued. Building an environment of peace and harmony within our homes requires constant effort and dedication. This involves cultivating open and honest communication, practicing empathy and mutual respect, and seeking to resolve conflicts in a loving and peaceful way. When we turn to God's statutes, we find clear guidelines for living in harmony with Him and each other, promoting well-being and happiness in our families. In a moment of reflection and contemplation, I raise my voice to the Lord in search of wisdom and discernment to understand the importance of living in accordance with His divine teachings. I recognize that applying God's statutes can not only transform our lives, but also our families, making them closer to Him and more aligned with His will. Reflecting on the divine commandments, I realize the need for discernment to follow each one of them. It's not just about blindly obeying, but about deeply understanding the purpose behind each teaching and how they apply in our everyday lives. It is necessary to discern between what is right and what is wrong, between what takes us away from God and what brings us closer to Him. As I delve deeper into this reflection, I understand that applying God's statutes can truly transform our lives and our families. When we live according to divine principles, we experience an inner peace that transcends all circumstances and a joy that cannot be shaken by life's adversities. Our family relationships grow stronger because they are built on solid foundations of love, respect, and forgiveness. In a moment of deep reflection and spiritual search, I raise my voice to the Lord in prayer, contemplating the need for discernment to follow His commandments. I recognize, O God, that the path traced by You can often seem challenging, requiring us to discern to understand and obey Your precepts. Lord, amid the uncertainties and challenges of life, teach me to trust in Your faithfulness. You are the God who never fails, whose promises are firm as a rock. Help me to place my trust in You, even in the most difficult times, knowing that You are always by my side, guiding me and sustaining me with Your unconditional love. When contemplating the divine truth revealed in Your holy scriptures, I perceive the light it sheds on my path. On every page, I find wisdom, guidance, and comfort. May I delve deeply into Your word, O Lord, and find in it the truth that frees and transforms. Give me, Lord, discernment to understand Your will in all circumstances. May I distinguish between good and evil, between light and darkness, always following the path of justice and truth. Strengthen me, O God, so that I do not deviate from Your commandments, but faithfully follow Your teachings in every moment of my life. In a time of introspection and spiritual searching, I raise my voice in prayer to the Lord, deeply contemplating how we can turn away from evil and vanity by contemplating Your divine truth. I recognize, O God, that we are often tempted by the illusions of this world, by the search for power, recognition, and fleeting pleasures. but you call us to see beyond appearances, to seek the truth that can only be found in you. Lord, by meditating on your word and contemplating your divine truth, we clearly see the dangers of evil and vanity. It shows us the true meaning of life, reveals to us the path of justice and righteousness, and warns us about the deceptions that surround us. May each time we turn to you in prayer and study of the Scriptures, we be strengthened in our determination to turn away from evil and vanity, and to follow your precepts with integrity and humility. By finding security in your precepts, O God, we are strengthened in our faith and hope. We know that you are our refuge and strength, an ever-present help amid the storms of life. We find comfort and encouragement in your word, which sustains and encourages us in all circumstances. May we fully trust in you, O Lord, knowing that in your safe arms we find true security and hope that does not disappoint. Lord, may each new day be an opportunity for us to experience renewal by your grace, that when we wake up in the morning, we can remember your infinite love and your unshakable faithfulness. May your grace strengthen us, restore us, and invigorate us, enabling us to face the challenges of the day with faith and confidence. May we be renewed in mind, body, and spirit, being instruments of your love and your light in this world. In a moment of deep connection with the divine, I raise my voice in prayer to the Lord, reflecting on the spiritual renewal that your divine grace grants us each new day. I recognize, O God, that it is by your infinite mercy and love that we are graced with the opportunity to begin again, to grow spiritually, and to become ever closer to you. Lord, as I contemplate this spiritual renewal, I realize the importance of cultivating love in my heart and in my family. May love be the basis of our relationships, the foundation on which we build our home, and the source of our strength and unity. May, as we love one another, we may find favor in your presence, O God, and be blessed with the personal and family renewal we so long for. As I dive into reflection, I feel deep praise and gratitude for your divine providence overflowing in my heart. You are the provider of all our needs, the guardian of our lives, and the support of our existence. In you we find safe refuge, unshakable comfort, and eternal hope. May our lives be permeated by praise and gratitude, O Lord, always recognizing your goodness and faithfulness in our lives. In a moment of deep recognition of the divine presence in my life, I raise my voice in prayer to the Lord, expressing my most sincere praise and gratitude for everything I receive from him. O God, you are worthy of all praise and all honor, for you are the creator of the universe, the sustainer of all things, and in you we find life and protection. As I contemplate my journey so far, I clearly see the loving hand of God at work every step of the way. In moments of joy and in moments of difficulty, you were by my side, guiding me and guarding me with your infinite love. Therefore, my heart overflows with gratitude for your divine providence, for the life you gave me, and for the protection you offer me daily. Lord, may my life be a constant praise to you in all circumstances. May each breath be an opportunity to recognize your blessings and give thanks. May my faith be strengthened by the certainty that you are good and faithful in all things, and that nothing can separate us from your love. I offer my prayers to you, O God, with a heart full of faith and hope in your goodness. I trust in your care and in your provision, knowing that you are capable of doing infinitely more than everything we ask or think. May my prayers be a sign of my dependence on you, O Lord, and of my trust in your sovereignty.